Good morning, friends. Welcome back to another update. Hope you're all doing great. Had a safe trading day. Today was another rather choppy but trendy price action delivery. Not too bad, not the worst. Just want to grab the levels I was looking at this week for sure to have that wick annotated. Now, if you remember from the update last night, I was mentioning that I did not see it wanting to continue up quite yet and blasting up beyond the all-time high. We just politely peaked previous day's high, and if you notice these two blue lines here, these were given at this candle's closure. So literally the exact same thing I wanted to see on this candle happened on this candle. So very interesting indeed. Monday has made the low of the week. Thursday has made the high so far. In my opinion, from here, now that this candle has done this, we could actually snap out tomorrow. We don't have to. Like, I would love it if it did not do it this week. I would love it if it left this high alone here. So maybe tomorrow, I don't know. It's Friday. We could blast off. Absolutely, and make the high of the week on Friday with the low of the week on Monday. So I was aiming for previous day's low. That did not happen. And it went for previous day's high. So the exact opposite in market direction for the day. Now, just because I was offside, that doesn't mean I couldn't have been profitable. So in the 15-minute, I'm going to show you, I should do 5-minute. I'm going to show you right here. So this was the gray shaded area. If we were below this for opening bell, I was really interested in a short. It actually was above for opening bell. So what happened was at the CPI data release, price action came to that specific price point here and found sensitivity. It then shifted market structure here and here with a very violent move. Opening bell right here. Okay, price just politely grabs buy side, snaps down. That snap down right there, taking liquidity, that's the higher low in the set. So it's a money printer, just like yesterday's, but bullish. Kind of goofy looking, but the overall structure is still there. So that was my entry right here. You'll see at about, I think it was 9:42 or something, 9:42. You'll see in the recording on Twitter. It's not too far down. I had entered along here, covered one here, and then I collapsed the trade. Honestly, it was wiggling so much that I just didn't care, and I collapsed it here. So it was this high here was terminus, and then I was done for the day. And look at what happened afterward. Wow. I went, on throughout my day and came back to this, and I was like, whoa, that is trippy. It just the fact that it chopped out all afternoon and didn't run up or down. And if you got chopped out in this, in any asset, even Bitcoin was kind of ruthless. The PM sessions are hell. They can be continuations of the AM. They can be reversals. They could be both and chop. So you got 4 different scenarios that could happen in the PM session. typically, like, because it traded down first here for the economic news event and grabbed sell side liquidity, that was also the higher low of that as well. So you can just imagine why that would be. So I was sleeping for this. I slept in. But once I woke up, I was able to capture that there and take it up to this high here. If it wanted to continue on, so be it. I wasn't expecting it to, and it didn't. That's when I see this, I pray for you guys, because this is where you feel like, oh, why isn't anything working? Because it doesn't want to. And you'll take it personal. And it's not personal. So that's pretty neato. So I am going to sit tomorrow out. I did very well this week. But that's not going to stop me from taking a wild guess. So we had a bullish bias based on our bullish order block and front running a swing low in the weekly chart. After taking liquidity and showing that sensitivity, it was like, okay, I guess we're going up now. Let's just aim for stuff above the market. Not that hard. So, boop, and she ran up. So where do we stop? So this is going to change tomorrow, likely. What you're doing is you're taking the lowest low and you're taking the highest high that it makes in either London or New York session. It can be London close, and you are turning on the 30 and 20% retracement level. Okay, so we're just going to go with the information we got, go back down into a 15-minute, and just go look at what those levels look like. Now, if we open and hit one of these levels, it's likely we're going to make another high tomorrow. So I'm not saying trade it, I'm saying study it, because if it offers a really nice opportunity tomorrow, you could get a banging short. Okay. Basically, what you're looking for in any case is another high. And then you'll anchor your fib to that high and then take it back down to the 30% retracement when your model is available. The best case scenario is it comes down and grabs stop losses, because like that consolidation is also known as a bull flag, and on the stops are right there. So this is where they're piling in. They see that the buyers came in here buying pressure, so they have no problem moving their stops up here. Okay, so permit it to come and dap them. It can hit this box too. Like, don't think that these levels are like, the be all end all of levels, because this is just, you have to have an expectation just based on what you know. And if it's met, then you can have a very handsome trade or study session. So when we open up for Asia and London, if we hit one of these two price points, one or both, expect another really blast. That, you remember that high 24,000, what was it, 420, 3.25? Or was it, no, was it? I'll get it, don't worry. If it comes down here and it starts ripping, one of these two it could be your trade. You could catch the dip if you're a London trader, or you can catch the retracement for the weekly candlesticks wick if you're a New York trader. If it makes a bull flag here and the bull flag just starts freaking out, I would, if you can't get in sync with order flow, if it's not very nice looking, wait for that retracement. Either way, it's the end of the week, and the weekly candle has to make a wick. So it all depends on where you live and what you're doing. But that's my primary expectation. Trade down a little bit, so that's this high here. So just trade down a little bit, blast up one more high, and then come back down again. And again, you'll have to move that fib if we make another high. How'd you guys do this week? Tell me all about it. Just gonna hop into the chat. Hey, what's up? Tomorrow's my day, 100%. Nice, nice. Yeah, I typically don't do very well on Fridays. Typically, especially, when I'm already projecting garbage, and I'd be real with you, price isn't really in agreement with things that I wanted to see. So this is where, if it was perfect and everything I was on side for this, I'd have no problem being like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. But it's just it's one of those things. It could do many things. So I'll just let it do whatever it wants here. But typically on Fridays, yeah, I don't do very well. And if I've done well throughout the week, I'll just sit it out. That took a long time to do, you guys. A slow move up overnight and then dump tomorrow. Crypto-mado. Word up. Well, it was very nice hanging out with you guys. I'm going to take all of this off my chart. So this is the final week of just giving you a hand, getting back into the swing of things, being okay with being offside, knowing what it looks like when you're offside, how to still get in sync with order flow even if you are offside. And I know some of you are thinking, were you calling that backwards on purpose, or did you actually want it to go to previous day's low? I'll let that burn into your brain for a while. God bless you all. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow. Be ready for the PM.